Hi, this is...
Of course these Doctor Who action figures are worth 45 of our British pounds because just look at this. Now that's dedication. Subscribe to me and follow me on Blue Sky.
Character options really know how to go above and beyond with their packaging. Just look at this vortex all around here. It's just all stunning. The figures are displayed very clearly too. It looks so innocent. Could do with a spare hand opening this thing. Mouthful, but necessary.
14th Doctor's looking better these days. Much better than the OG one. Yeah, that's still in the box. New figure smell. Never gets old.
I love how this set comes with a backdrop of the spaceship.
Finally, we have this version of the 14th Doctor, which is a very welcome release in the line because we've had an idea for a while that this would get released eventually, seeing as the sculpt was there ever since the original release for this figure. So far, I think this is the definitive version of the 14th Doctor figure. Yeah, the head sculpt is still not perfect, but it is way better than the original release because that original release, you could see what was there, but I feel like it was ruined by the paint apps. Whereas this time, with the new techniques used for head sculpts these days, I think it looks way better. The detailing on the head looks like David Tennant. Not a dead ringer, not the best ever likeness we've ever had of him, but still, it's very good. What makes it for me is the side profiles and the sculpt for the hair. I think it's really good with the washes of black and brown in there. Where this figure really shines though is the paint applications used for his waistcoat along with his trousers. Very tartan, and I love the tie. I love the tiny details with the grey with little speckles just thrown in there just to give it that extra bit of detail. I think for a figure of this scale it is just astounding how much can be done with just a few revisions. The back of the waistcoat has also been revised. It's now painted blue. Looks very glossy for the figure, but it works because that's how it looked in the show. The shirt underneath is painted white, nothing much, but there's a few nice creases in there, and he has his trusty Converse. I think an extra bit of detail which may have finished the figure off may have been to add a little bit of stubble to the face. However, I feel like it is very difficult to do that, especially in this scale of figures, because you might ruin the figure by doing that as well. So I think what we have is fine. What completes this figure for me though is the inclusion of the 14th Doctor's sonic screwdriver. We've never had this released before, so it's great to finally have this released in a line. It's very nicely detailed, very reminiscent of the 11th Doctor's screwdriver. As this figure is a mishmash of previous 10th Doctor figures, the articulation will be very familiar to some. You have movement at the head. You do have ball-jointed shoulders, something which the original 10th Doctor figures did not have. You also have bicep and elbow articulation, movement at the wrist joints. The legs can move up and down, and they can do the splits. And there is waist articulation. Sadly, no articulation at the feet because, as I said earlier, this is a mishmash of previous 10th Doctor figures. Moving on to the highlight of this set, the Meep. All I can say is, all hail the Meep. This figure has to go down as one of the very best figures that Character Options have ever done. It feels like an age since the last time they have made a brand new creature for this line. The way that the fur has been sculpted, along with the flesh colours on the ears, and just how the eyes look with that glossy finish. Yeah, I just love this. Looks like how the character did in the Star Beast episode. What I love as well is the paint patterns in there. You have your white fur with a little bit of wash in there, just to give it that dirty look that this creature has been out and about throughout the universe. The genius thing about this particular figure though is the fact that it comes with a few accessories. Best of all is the interchangeable head, so you can have it looking cute, or you could have it looking totally evil. Both of these head sculpts just look fantastic. I can't decide which one is my favourite because both of them are that goddamn good. The Meep also comes with interchangeable hands. You can pose them without the bandage on the hand, you can pose them with normal hands, or you could pose them with a ray gun. I have to say that a lot of care needs to be taken when removing the hands and putting them back in their respective peg places because I'm really afraid that they're going to snap. That being said though, I love this feature. The articulation on the Meep is also outstanding. The head can move up and down, it can move in various directions, and it is easily removable as well, so sometimes you might pop the head off by accident, like so. The shoulders, elbows and wrists can move too, but they are kind of hindered just by all the fur detail on this figure, which is to be expected, to be honest. There's also waist articulation. Man, this figure is perfect for photographers. Again, like the 14th Doctor, there isn't any articulation at the feet, but to be honest, if they did that, I think it may just complicate things slightly. I reiterate, this figure is a masterpiece. The 14th Doctor is also a great addition. This set is worth it. Enough said.